Hello viewers, welcome back. In our previous session, we have discussed about a list view, a simple list view where you can see only the names for every list item, means the text views for every list item. In this session, we are going to discuss about an image along with the text. On the left hand side, there is an image, on the right hand side, the respective name. So I have taken an example of Android images and the names. You can take your employee name and employee images combination and whatever it is. So in earlier case, array adapter what we have used, where it has a direct flexibility to turn every data item into a string using toString method and assigning it through a text view. But here I'm working with a multiple or the combination of views, right? In this case, what we have to do is first you have to create a custom layout file. Means this first row item, whatever the row item here it is, you're going to define that particular row item first. So design a layout with a row item. Inside that, it is going to be an image view and the text view. So after this, you are going to use custom adapter instead of the regular adapters. Now let's create the project. Go to File, New Project, select Empty Activity, click on Next. Give the project name as Custom List View. Click on Finish. The project has built successfully. As we already know, the first you have to work with layout file. So here I'm going to add my layout. I'm taking it as linear layout. Let's make orientation is vertical and remove this text view. I do not require this. Here I am going to add a list view. So just add list view, width match parent, height wrap content, create an ID for this, at the right place ID, list view, list underscore view, and close your element, list view element. Done with this. What is the next step? You have to load it into your activity using find view by ID method. So now let's load the list view. So list view, let's create a global variable. Inside your on create method, load it using find view by ID method. r.id.list view. So for this list view, to set the data, we need an adapter, right? So first I need to have an adapter first. So how to get it? So now I'm going to create my own adapter. You can say here versions adapter, custom adapter, whatever it is. As I'm working with Android versions, I'm taking that as Android version adapter or versions adapter, whatever it is feasible for you, just go with it. Let's make it versions adapter on sense. Versions adapter is equals to new versions adapter. But here we need to create a constructor matching with that. But what I need to set here, for every view I need two arrays. One is a string array of the version names and another one images array of the version images. So now I'm going to create string array version names is equals to create a string array. Just to save my time, I'm copying that from my previous project. Copy this, paste it here. I'm done with my string array. So the next what I required is like an integer array of images. But how will I get it? So first, already I have downloaded my version images here. So select all, copy. You can take your own choice of images. Expand your project structure, drawable folder, paste it here inside a plain drawable folder. Next, I'm going to create an integer array. of version images is equals to same array. Open the body. Inside this, it's going to take integers instead of the strings. So how will access the drawable resources in Java? R.drawable dot the name of the thing. If it is in XML, at the right drawable the name of that particular file. Now R.drawable dot. So first one is pi. I need to match with that, right? So don't I have that pi? Yeah, I do not have that. Even I do not have OYO image as well, it seems. Just let me check. So what are the images I have? Okay, no problem. Till Nougat I have, let me go with that only. Or else you can just download the images and save it here. So from Nougat I am going with Nougat, comma, r dot, drawable dot, marshmallow, comma, r dot, drawable dot, lollipop, comma. So just to save the time, I'm just copying this. Control V. So KitKat, jelly bean, ice cream sandwich, honeycomb, gingerbread, froyo, eclairs, donuts. Let me check, do I have cupcake? Yes, I have. So I'm done with my versions images as well. Now I'm just taking a new constructor, new versions adapter of. It's going to take some the context here first. You can pass this, comma. The second one, first you want to show the version names, comma, version images, next parameter. So end with semicolon. But after this, what you will do for the list view, you are going to set to an adapter. List view dot set adapter method to set an adapter to it. What is my adapter name? Versions adapter. So all done. So it's showing some error, it seems. Required type is list adapter, provided is versions adapter. So now I need to create this particular adapter now. So just right click on the error mark, or you'll go through the red bulb, create a class. So why not an activity? Why class? Because I'm just going to implement the methods of this. So now I got an adapter, but this version adapter should extend something. So it should work with something that is called as your array adapter. So you can take so array adapter where we are customizing it actually. Extends array adapter. Now it's throwing an error. Go to red bulb. Create a class constructor matching with super. Automatically it will create like this. Inside this, what you are going to do now, let us see. As we already know that, just create a variables string array of v names or version names, integer array of version images. Next, create a context. Nothing but this particular activity is context. So just will take M control alt control space. It will give you the annotations and auto fix. M stands for member variable. So here this version adapter, it should match with the previous one. What it exactly from our, so just it's throwing an error, right? Now you just click here, go to red bulb, create a constructor. Automatically it has been created all the constructor what we are looking for. You need not to write anything actually. Just remove this. So this is how it is an advantage. When you create your member variables, automatically respective things will come here. So here we are taking main activity, but instead of that, it's better to go with context, which is a super class for all your activity context in the class context. Now we got this. Just simply pass your context here. It's throwing some error, it seems. What it is, integer array of version images we have. Now, second one is going to be the resource ID. So what kind of the resource it is? We are going to get it from the dot layout folder. Inside this, I'm going to create my thing. So that is list item. I'm going to say for particular row, comma, it's going to fill with the version names or version images, whatever you provide, just to match how many number of, when how much data it is there. Now, so what one thing we forgot before come to this is we forgot to create a custom layout for our row. So for this each row, I'm going to create a layout now. So here, right click on your layout, go to new, create a layout resource file, name it as list item or custom list item. That is up to you. I have already taken list item. That's why I was working like that. Now just go for code or maybe go for split to see how does it looks like. And now change from constraint layout to, you can go with linear layout because I'm going to have side by side. So the orientation you can set here, set the orientation as horizontal. Anyway, default is also horizontal, but that depends upon the version of the device used by the user. So it is a good practice to do that. Now here I'm going to add an image view first, width wrap content. So yeah, you can go for standard size of the image, that is 90 dp, which we prefer in our day-to-day life, or 96 you can go for. So randomly I'm taking 90. So content description, you have to give app name, create an ID for this, internet plus ID. I'm just taking that as v image as an ID. So usually you should go with version image or v underscore image. Close this. Next, add one more view, that is text view. Width wrap content, height is also wrap content. So just to have the flexibility to check how does it looks like, I'm using tools which we already know. When it is throwing an error, alt enter is the shortcut key that will load the respective API here. So tools text, app name I'm taking. You can see here, this is how it looks like. The alignment seems to be not good. Okay, it should be center. So the gravity I'm taking, layout gravity center vertical. So now what is happening? So I cannot see any change, it seems here. Yeah, I didn't close this. Let's close it. Now I got this particular image. Gravity is done. So what I'm missing, let me check. Yeah, I forgot the ID for this text view. That plus ID. V underscore name. So our version name. You can just choose whatever you want. So height, width, everything has been taken. This image and text stream seems to be bumped up each other in the left hand side corner. Let's take some margin start like 15 or 10 dp. So done. This is how it looks like. So here you can see something here, but even for the image you can use tools to have the data. So here it comes, there is no error now. So what till here you already know that how to do all these things. Creating a list view in activity, loading it into your layout activity file. So take the data, set adapter, all these are common, right? But how can you set the data to this? For this, we have a method called get view in our Android. So where it is going to get a view when you're dealing with the custom things. So but here, once after reading the values, you have to match with this, right? So now just this dot, so version images is equals to the version images value, whatever you're trying to pass. So this here it is, and with semicolon. So this dot version names is equals to version names. This is the value we have, version names, and this dot m context. The value context is going to store into this m context variable. Now I got this constructor, and I can get the values from my activity to here. So there is the adapter. Now what is the thing I am going to get a view? What is that view is nothing but my entire row. This is going to get. So this is what I am going to get. Now let us see how to do that. Simple get view method. So it's going to get a view for us. So you can see here it's a view type get view. So now what you are going to return here from this, you are going to return a view. What is that view? Let us see now. So I'm just going to check the condition in such a way, if the view is convert view, means if this view is equals to convert view, then you load the value whatever is there. If not, you create and load it. So now I'm just taking view, that is the row I'm going to call upon. If that row is convert view, then simply you get your row. So return the, that's all. But what should be there in this row? So I'm going to get it from the list item. How will you get it? You have to inflate that particular entire layout, this entire list item layout, and load that as a single view of this particular list item. So that is why we need to have a layout inflator service. So I'm just going to use that. Layout inflator belongs to Android view. So layout inflator is equals to the context, that is mcontext dot get system service. So here it is, get system service. So what you are going to get here, the get system service, I'm going to get a layout inflator service. I'm going to inflate layout, which is already a constant. So I'm going to get this. Why it's throwing an error? This get system service is going to get a view, but that view type should be matched with the layout inflator. So cast to the layout inflator. Automatically this has been resolved. And this is going to have two things in here. One is the text view in that particular layout. What is my text view? That is version name. So is equals to, you're going to get it from, how do we load it? Using find view by id method, but it is belongs to a row. So use row dot find view by id. I'm going to find it using its id. Simple. Find view by id r dot id dot v name, v underscore name, and with semicolon. And the same way I have an image view, it is version image, again row dot find view by id r dot id dot v underscore image. So this is how you can load the views. For this I need to set the data, right? How can you set the data? So we have the data inside our arrays, that is version names array, version images array. Now set the data to these particular views, that is version name dot, you already know that set text method is going to help us to set. But from where you are getting these values, you can see here character array it is showing. So that is version names array. Here you can see here version names array of the position. So if it is the 0th position, it is going to be placed at 0th position. And next version image dot set image resource. Here you are going to set an image resource. So from where you are getting a drawable reference it is showing, but basically we will get it from the version images array. So here it is integer array, version images array of the position. So finally, that is going to return a row. What there will be in the row? Image and the text will be there here. So this is how we will work. Now run the project and let us see. The Gradle build is running now. Successful. It has been crashed. Let's go to logcat and check what is the problem. Select error. You can see here, attempt to invoke a virtual method view.findViewById on a null object reference. Inside here, getView method, Java line number 32. So you can see here caused by, scroll down slowly, you'll find a tag called caused by, channel custom list view. So if you don't understand, just simply click on this. Java line number is. Now what is happening? Okay, you got layout inflator, but I did not set it to the row. That's why it's showing null object reference. I should inflate it, right? So row is equals to layout inflator dot inflate. What is the r dot layout dot list item? So this is, and next one is the view group. So there is no root for that. I'm not taking any root at all. So just simply say null. So here this is loading views. Now run your project. Everything is same from previous project except we are creating our own list item. Successful. Now you can see here you're able to see the data is showing. Okay, now scroll up, custom list view. Here it is. So it is showing. But when you click on a particular list item, so here the problem is the text view is not aligned properly. The image is okay. Now how you can access that? Just simply image view. When I set it for all, it's not working. And the tag its children are replaced by text view. It's okay. It's not going to work for us. Now let's make it individual. Instead of a parent, for every child you have to provide for text view and for image view. So now you can see here all are working perfect. Now run your project once again. Check on your emulator. It's working perfect. So now we got it, right? But when you click on a list item here, how does it work? That is same process. Just go to your class method stub, implements which method? On item click listener. On item click listener. It's going to throw an error. Select implement methods. There is only one method, that is on item. So after this, you need to set this particular listener. Set on item click listener to the list view. Pass this keyword for the listener. And when the user click on that, it should show something. So now what I'm going to do is just simply toast I'm taking. Toast dot make text. So the first one is the context. The second one, what you want to show. So now I'm going to show something like the version names of the position, whatever we have clicked, how long you want to show, length long or length short, and finally dot show. So run your project. Jelly bean, it's showing jelly beans. Click marshmallow, it's showing marshmallow. Nougat, nougat. So this is how you can do this. Once again, I'm repeating. First, add a list view to the layout. Create a list item or list row, whatever the customized layout you want to go with. Even you can have more here in this. So you may have this image just like in the Gmail, lollipop as a title and there's some short description below this. You can have a more complex view as well. And after that, go to your main activity. Just create your adapter whatever you want with the input values, and then set adapter method. Inside your adapter, whatever you have created, inflate the layout first, whatever the layout you created, and then to load the views of that particular inflated layout and set the data. So in the next session, we are going to cover more complex requirement inside the list views, which are most frequently used in the real-time development. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's catch up in the next session.